breaking news from 13 Action News.
As you're all aware, there has been protests that have been going on over the past week, and those protests are what led to 2 shooting incidents last night involving LVMPD officers.
It has been a tense night following protests right here in the Valley. We have scenes on your screen right now, all following protests over the death of George Floyd. Right now, a Metro police officer is fighting for his life after being shot in front of Circus Circus during protests for George Floyd. And that shooting, not the only incident taking place during last night's demonstrations. An armed man was also shot and killed by police in front of a federal building downtown. We have team coverage this morning, and that continues right now. Kelsey McFarland is live at UMC, where that officer is again fighting for his life on life support, and Marissa Kinnison is downtown with the latest on the man that was killed by police. But let's go ahead and start off with Kelsey McFarland right now with an update on how that officer is doing. Kelsey.
Kalina, Sheriff Lombardo described the officer's condition as grave, but dismissed the reports that said that he had passed. I want to show you the scene that we have here at UMC. There is still a large police presence, officers checking in with folks who are pulling up to the hospital, and caution tape up in some regions. Now, Sheriff Lombardo again says that the officer is in grave condition on life support this morning. Now, just outside of Circus Circus, Sheriff Lombardo says officers were trying to move a large crowd. They were getting rocks and other debris thrown at them. Now, while officers tried making arrests, that's when shots rang out and an officer was down. Now, we also know that officers have identified the person who shot the officer, and that person is now in custody, but no word yet on who that person is. Sheriff Lombardo got a bit emotional this morning as he was debriefing the media, and he says that he directly correlates last night's violence to the protest. There's still a lot of lingering questions on what exactly happened leading up to these incidents, but they expect to bring us another briefing later on this morning as they can lay out some more details for us. Reporting live, I'm Kelsey McFarland, 13 Action News.
Kelsey, thank you so much. And less than just a few miles away, you can see on this map, that's where another incident happened, another shooting there. This is where Circus Circus is. That's where that officer was shot. This one now happening in downtown up near the federal courthouse there near downtown. This one off of Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. And that's where we find 13 Action News anchor Marissa Kinnison with the latest on this incident. Marissa?
Kalina, you can still see officers and investigators here behind me. Police tape wrapped all the way around this intersection. We do see some investigative markers there just outside of the courthouse. Now, our crews were here last night when it all happened. They say about 11 o'clock. Police were trying to break up the protest. At about 11:20, our crews heard several gunshots, even started to run for cover themselves. Police say they encountered a man with body armor and a gun. When he reached for his weapon, officers shot and killed him. 13 Action News investigative reporter Joe Bartels asked a few people what happened. They told him they saw a man walking alone carrying a large gun over his shoulder. They say he appeared to be a lone wolf, so to speak. Now, we do know this shooting was completely separate from the scene near Circus Circus, but this all happened as people gathered for the 5th night in a row protesting the death of George Floyd. It's still not clear how many were arrested last night, but we do know 155 people were arrested Sunday night. The department says 2 of their officers also suffered minor injuries that night. But again, investigators still on scene here going through a lot of evidence, trying to figure out exactly what happened. But again, Sheriff Lombardo connecting both of these separate shootings to the protests last night. Marissa Kinnison, 13 Action News.
All right, Marissa, thank you so much. Right now, we do have a statement. Metro Bolden Area Command sending out this tweet here saying, in this moment, we ask prayers for our law enforcement community. Let us join together in prayer for our city. Let's head out to our traffic right now so we get another look at where the 2 incidents are. Again, toward the bottom of your screen, that Circus Circus. You can see the purple right behind the incident marker. That's indicating that the roadway is shut down. So if you usually take that, you will see that problem spot there. Also toward the top of your screen, that's where we saw Marissa Kinnison out near the federal courthouse where the other incident happened. Now, our camera shot here shows the leftover activity that is still ongoing as they continue their investigation off of Las Vegas Boulevard and Circus Circus. Looks like we still have caution tape up, police patrol car there as well. So of course we will continue to follow all of the developments with these 2 incidents happening this morning, as well as the protests.